This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island. This land was made for you and me. Hello colleagues, how are you? This is John Herrera with MuniTemps and the City Speak blog. You know, as I was reading the Wall Street Journal this morning, and I was reading the job reports and the looming interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve Bank, for some reason, I heard the voice of my second grade teacher this morning from West Moreland, California, West Moreland Elementary School. And I remember how she would direct me in the class to sing, "This land is your land." I had an epiphany, an aha moment. And as I read the monetary policies of the Federal Reserve Bank and the fiscal policies in Washington, you might wonder, what does that have to do with this song of "This land is your land, this land is my land"? But you know, these policies, monetary policies, fiscal policies of our government, these don't just affect me personally or you personally. They affect all of the 330 million people who live throughout the 50 states in the United States. The monetary policies of the Federal Reserve Bank affect jobs. Fiscal policies affect the income for millions of families. You know, every day that you and I decide to go to work or not to go to work, to start a business or not to start a business, these don't just affect me and you personally. No, our decisions to go to work or not to go to work affects every one of the 330 million people who live in the country of ours. Today, as I meditate on the economy and the jobs report, I'm thankful of something very important. 75 years ago, my grandparents were welcomed from Mexico to the United States to work under what was called the Bracero program. This was a guest worker program so that Mexicans, like my grandparents, could come into the United States legally and pick grapes for the agriculture business agribusiness as we call it. My grandfather and my grandmother worked hard picking grapes, lettuce, potatoes, and many other crops, back then making about $2 a day. This was hard work in extreme weather, very cold or very hot. And the rattlesnakes and the dangerous spiders were less of a concern to them than the back and the shoulder pain that was caused by the unergonomic tools and equipment they were given to use to do their jobs back then. My grandparents worked in Texas, Arizona, Arkansas, Michigan, Idaho, and eventually settled in California and worked as migrant farm workers, working the crops throughout California. And they took me along after I was born. I recall traveling all over California, following the crops from El Centro to Coachella to Delano and north throughout Northern California and Central California. It really wasn't work for me, as I got to stay home in the farm labor camps with my great-grandmother, as my mother and my uncles went off to work in the fields to help my grandparents. My grandparents worked in the United States for over 50 years, always as farm workers, even after they had earned their green card. They retired at the age of 70 with a $400 monthly Social Security pension for each of them. And they lived off this $400 monthly income for the rest of their lives until they died. Of course, they were buried in their country of origin in Mexico. I am so proud of the work ethic of my grandparents and the example they set for me. The words of my grandfather and my grandmother ring in my heart and soul, just like this song of my second grade teacher, "This land is your land, this land is my land." Now my grandparents left me no money. They died poor, but they were proud, knowing they had lived a life of honest work, picking fruits and vegetables as the business they had chosen when they left Mexico to come to the United States in the 1940s. Although my grandparents left me no money, they left me something more important. My mother. Thanks to my mother and my stepfather, Edward Pinedo, I had the opportunity to learn to speak English, to be educated in English schools, K through 12, and to attend good public universities here in California. Because of this education, I could stand here now before all you colleagues on LinkedIn and other networks to collaborate and to brainstorm solutions to improve our workforce and the job opportunities, especially for those who seek better jobs and career advancement, a goal that impacts and benefits all of us in this country. Just yesterday, I had a unique opportunity to speak to a colleague, a business associate from Kentucky. I met this associate on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is pretty cool. You get to meet people from all over the United States, actually from all over the world. Now, this associate from Kentucky, his voice doesn't sound like mine, but that's okay. Not everybody on LinkedIn is from California. But this businessman from Kentucky shares the same work ethic that I do, and a lot of the same workforce concerns that I have in California. And by collaborating together, by working together, we are able to learn from each other. And isn't this what we call synergy? So today, purpose of my video is to just say, let us work together for better job and career opportunities, not just for each other, but for the 300 million people who are either working now or will need a job in the future. Let us work together to provide good job opportunities, career opportunities for all of these people whom we share this land from the Pacific to the Atlantic Ocean. Yes, from California to the New York Island, we share so many of the same dreams, ambitions, and a lot of the same concerns. And really, what I've found is that we are more alike than we are different. So today, as I finish my daily reading of the Wall Street Journal, and I ponder the fond memories of singing, "This land is your land, this land is my land," I realize that we need to encourage each other as colleagues on LinkedIn and other professional networks to remember where we came from. Remember your roots. Remember we're all immigrants, Irish immigrants, German immigrants, Mexican immigrants. We all immigrated to the United States, or our parents and grandparents and great-grandparents. We're all children of immigrants. And so as we realize that we're all Americans in these 50 nifty United States, we share this land from California to New York Island. Let us help one another. Let us collaborate. Let us look for positive ways of finding solutions. I don't believe in politics, but I believe in good policy. I believe in business solutions, and I think that we can do a lot through this LinkedIn network and other business networks to help individuals to have hope for improving their lot in life, for finding better jobs and opportunity. I was given great opportunities thanks to my grandparents who were invited to the United States to work as migrant farm workers. And later, like my stepdad, Edward Pinedo, who married my mom. She was with 2 kids in tow and offered me the opportunity to get a better life and to go to school. Thanks, Dad. I'll never forget that. And in the words of my stepdad, Edward Pinedo, I dedicate the 2022 year to my stepdad, Edward Pinedo, who taught me always, throughout all my trials and tribulations, he said, "Make the most of it, son." And that's what I say to all of us. Make the most of it. But really, we have a lot of good here. This land is your land. This land is my land. This land was made for you and me. So I wish you all a very good day and a very good year for 2022. And thank you for listening to my voice. I'll keep my day job. Bye-bye. This is John Herrera from MuniTemps Staffing and the City Speak blog. Have a great day and a great year. Bye-bye.